Here we are with Kenny the Jet Smith and the Big Diesel Shaquille O'Neal, Ernie Johnson. You're watching the NBA on 2K Sports. Tonight, it'll be the Golden State Warriors going up against the Heat in Miami. For Miami, the talk has been that they don't want to play with caution tonight. They want to let it all hang out. They seem to be a pretty revved up group coming into this game. We'll see if that translates into success on the court. There are a wide range of opinions out there about Draymond Green. How he plays, how he behaves on the court. Some love his fire. Others think he can be a little bit of a distraction, but certainly he is the driving force and the catalyst for this team. Kenny?
Well, he's the heart and soul of the team. There's no doubt about it. He's the energizer. He's the emotional leader, and sometimes takes them too far, but he gives them that edge that they need to be a championship team.
Kenny, there was a guy that when we played went by the name of Dennis Rodman.
Oh, yeah.
Wasn't the best guy on his team, but he's the kind of player you love if he is on your team,
Without
and
question.
you hate if he's not on your team.
And that's it for here. We leave kicking and screaming. See you later.
It's an exciting Sunday night edition of the NBA on 2K Sports. I'm Kevin Harlan, joined by the talented analyst tandem of Greg Anthony and Chris Webber. David Aldridge is on our sideline. And here we go, the battle between conferences. It's East versus West, where the Miami Heat will be looking to make a statement. And let's go straight over to David Aldridge for a report before the tip-off. Hey, Dave.
Well, guys, Draymond Green's competitive fire is one of the big keys for the Warriors. He said, that's one of my biggest responsibilities, to be the vocal and emotional leader of this team. We have a lot of guys that are more on the quiet side. If nobody was willing to take that role, we'd just be a bunch of church mice. I thought, why not me? It's natural for me anyway. Kevin?
He's the glue that holds the team together, D.A. Always important to have a guy who can fire up his teammates. And Chris, some interesting matchups at guard tonight. We could see some fireworks here in this one.
Oh, man, they're going to be putting dudes on ice skates. Nobody's going to want to be on the island because you're going to get crossed over. Do not fall down. Jump shots in the face. I cannot wait to watch this matchup.
So Golden State will get the first possession. And now the Golden State Warriors starters. The sharpshooters Curry and Thompson are at the 1 and the 2. Offense and defense with Durant and Draymond at the 3 and the 4. And it's Pachulia in at the 5 spot. And here's the fast break. Winslow's leading the way. Misses from close range. On defense, the Heat. Curry attacking. And he floats in for the easy 2. Credit the assist on that one.
The feel Curry has for scoring inside always looks like he has the situation under control.
Dragic against Curry. Whiteside with it. Here's Dragic from outside. Sinks the three-pointer.
You know, the defense was lax right there, and he's able to make them pay.
First quarter of play, 1 minute played. Here's Green. The shot, no good. Great D that time from Johnson. And here's Dragic. Waiters outside. Whiteside, a screen on Durant. Second shot opportunity. Whiteside, no good.
They're sputtering a little on offense to start this game. 1 for 4 so far.
Durant kicks to Curry. So first quarter just over a minute and a half in. Back to Durant. Launches a 3. Rebound by Johnson. But Julia with the steal. Trying to find Green. He's got it now. On the wing, Thompson. He is guarded by Waiters. Thompson against Waiters. Thompson dishes to Pachulia. Clock at 4. Three-pointer. And Curry the bucket on the assist by Pachulia. Curry's got 5.
Oh, probably isn't a better catch-and-shoot player in the game. Steph right on time once again.
Dragic with a wide-open look. Here's Whiteside. And he banks in the layup.
Defensive rebounding, just such a crucial part of the game.
I'll tell you what, it's like football, having a 3rd and 13 and them running up the gut. It just frustrates the defense. You have to hate giving up second chance points. It's demoralizing. After basically, I mean, you had to stop.
Pachulia kicks to Green. Drops in the tray. Green's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3.
Oh, he keeps getting more consistent on the catch and shoot. That one, very much in rhythm.
Winslow, the pass to Whiteside. Here's Dragic, and Thompson sends it back. And now here's Durant, the fast break opportunity. So he gets the whistle, contact on the way up, and 2 shots coming up.
I mean, just the ultimate glue guy. Green's strongest asset may be his ability to contribute across the board.
As competitive a guy as Draymond Green is, sometimes he can get in his own way. There's no doubt about that. Not entirely his fault. The calls don't seem to fall in his favor a lot because he is so physical, and perhaps, Chris, because of his reputation. We don't even need to go into his natural shooting motion.
Yeah, you mean with the leg? But I mean, but with Draymond, that just comes with the territory. He presses buttons of refs and opposing players, and sometimes with the fans. I mean, yeah, he'll lose out on calls, but at the end. End of the day, he's a guy that everybody in the league hates, but will want on their team.
Free throw good, Green. He's perfect from the line this time.
And Draymond Green just does so many things well on the basketball floor. But to me, above all else, he really is an elite defender who allows this team to be creative with their lineup. You can just put him on any player at any position and feel comfortable with his impact.
And with Green, it just seems that as long as he's going to be in the league, he'll be in contention for Defensive Player of the Year. Draymond Greg has been that dominant on that end of the floor.
Yeah, no doubt about it. And one thing's for certain, you don't want to go at him when you need a bucket. Views it as a challenge, almost an insult if a guy wants to attack him. And he just has a knack for making winning plays on the defensive side of the floor.
And the first one at the line is good. And the Warriors decide to take their first time out here.
And probably the one constant of this Miami team the last few years has been their defense. They do a great job of making life difficult for opposing shooters, and it's been anchored by one of the best shot blockers in the game with Whiteside.
And the Miami defense is more than just Whiteside blocking shots, as you might say. Greg, they do a great job of limiting opponents' threes.
Yeah, they challenge the three ball as well as anybody. Both contest the shot and close out to deny the attempt from even being taken. This roster does a great job of taking away space from shooters.
And both free throws good from Whiteside. Well, with Whiteside, no matter what he is doing, he is always setting the tone. The way he goes about defending the rim, it's like he's taking it personally that these guys are not going to score on him.
And you know what? He's a tone setter defensively. He gives his group confidence when he's on the floor. And, you know, teams are starting to realize you simply do not go at Whiteside. The block numbers might be down, but his defensive impact is as high as ever.
Thompson dishes to Curry. Shoots over Dragic. Rebound by the Heat.
The defense is doing just enough to bother him on the jump.
Right side a screen. Waiters gets a wide open look. And it's Waiters again missing. Warriors leading by 3. Stolen by Waiters. Here's Dragic from outside. Falls through. He's now made 2 of 4.
They lean on him for a big portion of their scoring with a good reason.
Curry kicks to Green. Shoots over Winslow. Green, no luck.
Yeah, that's just poor decision making. He's got to be better in those situations.
I'd love to hear his explanation of Coach right there. I mean, that should be an interesting conversation.
And out of bounds as the Heat gain possession. Here's Dragic. 6 points for him. For the 3. Another miss by Dragic.
And I thought that was going to drop. It looked good from here.
Pachulia the pass to Green. Dragic against Green. Dragic dishes to Johnson. High arcing shot. Golden State's gotten just 2 of 6 to fall from three-point range so far in the first. Here's Pachulia, and Whiteside sends it back. Curry against Dragic. Now here's Winslow. He's covered closely. In the corner, it's Whiteside. And the jam by Whiteside.
And the one-hand slam just looks so pretty when it's in his hand and he's the one doing the slam.
Agreed. He is smooth as silk, even on a power finish. Winslow with it, guarded now by Durant. Tipped away. Winslow kicks to Dragic. Right side a screen. Thompson comes with the double team. Shot clock at 6. Shot from the wing. A nice shot by Winslow.
Effective screen set there for the jump shot. That was the key to the play.
Now Curry. He has 5. Misses off the right iron.
He's not the only one to blame for them being behind, but he hasn't helped their cause much.
Winslow against Durant. Winslow, the pass to Dragic. Peters for three. He can't get that one, so Golden State will take it the other way. Curry kicks to Durant. Tries to snap the cold streak. Good, and Curry gets the assist.
Recognizing the defensive imbalance, Curry quickly locates the open man.
Thompson against Waiters. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle, and 2 shots coming up.
And you know what? You allow a guy to get right to the rim like that, that's your only option.
And he's got his first free throw of the game. The first one falls. Well, Chris, we know that there are a lot of trash talkers out there in the NBA. Did you ever talk a lot of trash on the floor or do anything else to try and get an opponent's attention away from the game, get in an opponent's head?
I used to love talking, man. It kept you focused. If you talk, it means you have to back it up the next play. You can also get in the player's head, get them thinking about themselves individually. And if I get you thinking about yourself, I've already won because now you're not thinking about the team. But I tell you what, some of the best trash talkers I've ever played against, Larry Bird, Gary Payton, Rick Mahorn. Those guys talk the best trash ever, and I definitely can't repeat anything any of those guys said. But it's all out of love, it's all out of fun, and I don't remember very honestly anything anyone has ever said to me because it was all so outlandish, so crazy, so funny that you just let it go after the game.
Oh, that's good. And a new group getting ready for Miami. Adebayo is checked in for Whiteside. White comes in for Winslow. Richardson, he's checked in for Dion Waiters. And it's Tyler Johnson in for Goran Dragic. Patrick McCaw, he's checked in for the Warriors. Now, here's Richardson. The pass to Johnson. Olynyk in the corner. Here's the three. Green with the rebound.
Some very slack defending, playing with fire to leave him that open beyond the arc.
Here's McCall. He's guarded by Johnson. McCall kicks to Livingston. That misses. Had a chance to tie it there. Heat out offense. Big stretch here going 10-2. Pass to Richardson. Inside, Adebayo, another shot, and the layup is good. Adebayo's got his first points of the game.
And a nice job here early of establishing an inside presence.
Some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, right now you just need a bucket to get some momentum.
Feeds it to Livingston. Here's Durant, and it's out of bounds, and they say it was last touched by Durant.
That is just a careless turnover. You've got to be smarter in those exchanges.
Now here's Johnson. No scoring yet from him, but that's likely to change. To the wing right side. Olynyk has the open look. Misses the three. Warriors trail by 5. Here's Durant. And a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot 2 right here. And when you watch Kevin Durant, perhaps the most astounding thing about him, C-Web, is just how easy he puts up points. He does it in a number of ways, and sometimes it's quiet, and sometimes it's gigantic and loud. But, you know, Chris, the points are always there for him.
Well, look, he's going to go down as one of the best scorers ever to play. I mean, it's kind of strange to say that Durant gets overlooked in his ability to score by some. But I'm not sure if we'll ever see another player like Durant for quite some time.
And that one misses.
You know, something we've seen a few times that the Warriors went through last season was super teams needed time to gel. Not the same incredible start for the Warriors. They weren't able to match their 73-win season. But who cares when you bring home that chip?
And the second free throw, good. As the games went on, however, the Warriors looked more and more cohesive as a team. Took some bumps getting there, but it was worth the wait.
But we saw the same thing in Miami with LeBron, Bosh, and Wade, or, in Boston with KG, Pierce, and Allen, and so on. So finding your roles and figuring out who needs to do what, it's a big part of NBA basketball. The Warriors were not exempt from that, even with Durant.
And there it is for him. Durant's got his second basket of the night.
How about the passing? They are moving the ball without any thought, without any individual agenda.
White dishes to Johnson. For a three, Olynyk. Warriors with the rebound. Green's got his third rebound on the night. Durant against Olynyk. Shoots over Olynyk. Will not go. This is off the front iron. Now here's White. He's covered by Iguodala. And White kicks to Johnson. It's Richardson on the wing. Johnson the screen. Shot off the pick. A putback. Great positioning on the putback. And the Heat lead by 4.
You know, we talk about it all the time, guys. Those second chance buckets, always the result of that extra effort.
White against Iguodala. Count the basket.
Well, that's what I would say about Iguodala's game. Relentless.
1:32 left in the first quarter. Johnson kicks to White. Johnson outside. Back to White. That's in, coming off an assist from Johnson.
And really, it's been a major aspect of their offense in the early stages here. Their success working the ball inside and getting points from close range.
And stolen by White. Green with the rebound. Green's got his fourth rebound in this one. No good. And it's Miami the other way. Johnson outside. It's good for his second make. He's made 2 of 3 so far.
Yeah, off to a strong start here early. 6 points off second chance buckets.
Right side, Green. Here's McCaw. They get it back. And that one's good. Green's got 7 points in the game.
Oh, you got to put a body on Draymond. He'll straight up eat you alive.
About 7 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. White, good.
And loving the hustle here early. I mean, they struck first on the offensive glass.
Durant against Olynyk. Jacks up a three. No good from Durant. White with it, and the whistle blows. It's going to be on Andre Iguodala. That's his first foul. Young with the steal. And so it's Miami, bringing the quarter to a close with a 7-point lead. They're pounding the ball inside, and that's where they've gotten their best production tonight. And don't go away. We'll be right back. And forward James Johnson battled his way back into the league after some stints abroad. He talked about his approach to the game.
I play the game how it's supposed to be played. I play offense, I play defense, I rebound, steals, blocks. You know, I'm pretty much that guy who likes to work hard and don't want anybody to beat him out, you know, except the challenge.
That's exactly the kind of hard-nosed, old-school attitude that coaches just love.
Kevin, and so do his teammates. I mean, a guy like that brings out the best in everybody on that team. They just kind of feed off of his effort and desire.
All right, the second quarter beginning in just a moment. And let's quickly break down the game we've seen from Miami, guys.
Just playing suffocating defense. That's been the difference here for them.
And really, for the whole first quarter, they've maintained their intensity. Let's see how long they can sustain it.
Olynyk is out there with White. Then there's Wayne Ellington. Then it's Johnson. And it's Adebayo in at the 5, roaming the paint. That's the group on the floor for Miami.
2 shots. Max on the first.
And that one falls for Ellington. And Chris, we know you are always trying to connect with our fans over social media. We have a question for you sent in by a viewer who asks, Chris, if you weren't a basketball player, what other profession do you think you may have pursued?
Wow. Well, I used to want to be a wrestler and and other guys like that. But no, my mother was a teacher, and I always was with her in school. And I think, you know, I love kids and hanging around kids. So it would definitely be something where I'm instructing kids. I don't know if it would be school or if it would be a gym teacher or if it would be working with kids in some type of way. But definitely would want to work with kids.
I can see you as a teacher. Like if you were a wrestler, like what would your name be? Like would you be like the Flash?
Yeah, oh man,
like, what name
it
would
was
you
some terrible names back there. Junkyard Dog, Coco Beware, Ultimate Warrior, Superfly Slicker. I know I gave my name back. I gave myself a name back in there. I don't know. I'd have to figure out first what my persona was. You know what I mean? So
yeah,
I don't know. I had to think about that one. But I'm too skinny, man. I don't think I've broken up in that ring. I know that for sure. So I think I made the right decision.
Hands it from downtown. Ellington's got 5 points so far.
All these open threes they're giving up have really been the driving force on this run.
Now a timeout called by Golden State.
And, you know, doesn't matter where you line him up. Tyler Johnson has become a playmaker. You know, had to work his way into the NBA, but he has quickly established himself. Great threat off the bench, who brings instant scoring and can be a catalyst for your offense.
Just over a minute gone here in the second quarter. Livingston passes to West. Dishes to Iguodala. No good. They had a chance to end the run there.
And they've only got a slight edge on the boards, but it just feels a lot bigger.
Johnson dishes to Olynyk. Off target with his three. Warriors trail by 15. Young outside. Pass to McCaw. Back to Young. Clock at 6. Shoots over White. Warriors. The rebound. Young outside. Beyond the arc. And the Warriors miss again. Heat out offense. Good momentum, 8 straight points. And Olynyk kicks to Johnson. There's the pick. Here's the floater. And it's good on the way in. Johnson's got 9 points.
And it's all about the release when you shoot the floater.
They've been looking out of sync offensively.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill.
White against Young. On the wing, it's Iguodala. And the Warriors miss again.
Yeah, really frustrating right now. They just can't seem to stem the tide here.
Yeah, going up against a big run, trying to mount one of your own. I mean, it's exhausting and takes a tremendous amount of energy.
And guys, they continue to put a lot of pressure on the interior defenders with their work down low.
Timeout called the Warriors.
Yeah, he's got to make some adjustments here. Just too easy to score in the lane against them right now.
Well, I think the first thing they need to talk about are the rotations. There's a lot of miscommunication out there.
Getting ready for Miami. Whiteside's checked in for Adebayo. Justice Winslow comes in for Olynyk. Dion Waiters checked in for Okaro White. And it's Dragic in for Johnson. Thompson, he's checked in for the Warriors. Curry comes in for Sean Livingston. About 3 minutes played so far in the second quarter. Thompson for the triple. And again, no good by Golden State.
And with the success they've had rebounding the basketball, they're right where you'd expect them to be, firmly in the driver's seat.
Young from outside. Goran Dragic grabs the board.
And he didn't punish them for the weak coverage there, but they can't count on him to continue missing.
Okay, well, let's go down to David Aldridge for a report from the sideline.
Guys, Kevin Durant is a unique player. LeBron James said he's a 7-footer with 6-foot ball handling skills, a jump shot, and athleticism. It's never been done in our league. Never had a guy that's 7 foot and can do all that, so it sets him apart. Kevin, I'm 6 feet tall, and I can broadcast.
You can, and you can write, and by the way, you're in the Hall of Fame. D.A., thank you. Now here's Curry, following the miss by David West. Drains it from beyond the arc. Curry's got 8.
What great footwork coming off the screen. Part of why Curry's always in a position to shoot.
And probably the prime memories with the Heat have to be from the Big Three era. I mean, the team has done a great job of transitioning from that era to this current one, but classic example for me of reloading versus rebuilding.
Now here's Thompson after the miss from Goran Dragic. Thompson passes to Curry. It's stolen by Dragic. Here's Waiters. That's in, coming off an assist from Dragic. And the Heat lead by 18. And Greg, credit the Miami Heat front office and coaching staff for continuing to keep this team competitive despite losing several Hall of Fame type players in the last couple of years.
And that is never an easy task for a franchise to go through. But the Heat have stayed in the competitive picture with smart signings and trades, and don't discount the impact Eric Spoelstra has had on that roster.
Now here's Dragic after the miss from Andre Iguodala. Basket counts.
Continuing to push the action and build this lead.
And you see he's not worried about what's on the scoreboard. He just wants to go ham each possession.
Curry kicks it to West. And here's Young from the arc. And it's Whiteside with the rebound. Whiteside's got 6 rebounds here tonight.
He's still looking to get into a groove this quarter.
Goes up and lays it nice and easy. He's got 8.
The ball movement on this run has been fantastic and is a big part of why they've been able to get these good looks.
Curry against Dragic. Here's West. And the Warriors miss again. And here's Miami. They're on an 18-3 run. Ellington with it. And Young picks him up defensively. No good from Dragic.
This shot's just, it's not there right now. With this team leading, perhaps, let's focus on some other areas of the game.
James Johnson's checked in for Wayne Ellington. And Golden State also making a change. Pachulia, he's checked in for Andre Iguodala. And here's Dragic. He's got 8. Outside a screen. And play stops. Whistle on what looks to be an illegal screen.
Oh, he's not happy to pick up a second foul. This early in the game, he's got to be careful now.
Now a timeout called by Golden State. Chris, during your career, you always had incredible footwork in the post. Who are some of the bigs that impress you with their footwork today?
Oh, wow. I think you have to look down in New Orleans. I mean, they have 2 great examples in Cousins and Davis, 2 guys that can dance with the best of them. You look at Minnesota and that young fella Cat there, the way that he plays and moves his feet and how he handles it in the post, you have to love it. But I love where the big men are today because they have great footwork. They have the skill set of the small guys to still use their size. But those 3 come to mind right now.
It's not a lost art either. I think guys realize that their footwork is sometimes their ticket to a good career.
They're better, and if not, they need to open the basketball history books and look at guys like Hakeem Olajuwon and Kevin McHale, 2 of the best ever with footwork. And that's why, it's fun growing up playing other sports because it prepares you for basketball. It prepares you having the footwork and having to be a big guy but still being light on your feet.
Some of it's shot selection, some just bad luck, and they just can't get anything going.
Well, this is the dilemma as a coach. You wonder, do I need to call a timeout here? Do I need to settle these guys down? Should I let them play through it?
Dragic against Curry. Now the dish to Pachulia. Back to Curry. Over Dragic. Another miss by Curry.
And low percentage look on that one. Not sure what he was thinking.
sometimes you get a little outside of yourself. You have to be a little more disciplined.
Now, here's Dragic. They have a 22-point lead. It's the most they've led by. In the corner, it's Whiteside over Pachulia. Offensive rebound. They had a number of cracks in it, but came away empty-handed. Whiteside, good.
I'm sorry, that's poor defense down low again. It's been a mismatch thus far in the paint.
Here's Curry. 8 points for him. Thompson, left side. Good, and Curry gets the assist. Thompson's got his first 2 points of the night.
Oftentimes we think of Thompson as an outside shooter, but he has the size and the skill set to score inside as well.
Johnson the screen. Winslow against Young. Now the feed to Dragic. Down to 5 on the shot clock.
And, you know, last season, it seemed like it was a strong return to form for Goran Dragic. He was able to be more ball dominant when he was on the floor. And that style seems to work to his advantage. And he just seemed more comfortable in his role with this team.
The Heat have shot 5 of 6 at the foul line tonight. He misses the free throw.
And Dragic came into the NBA with something on his resume that not many other rookies have. He has a ring from winning the Slovenian Pro League the year before he came to America.
Green, he's checked in for Golden State. Kevin Durant comes in for Young. And he sinks the second. And for the Warriors, they're shooting a rough 22% so far in this one. Thompson from long range. It's hauled in by the Heat. Dragic has got 3 rebounds so far in the game. And Greg, with Dragic in his statistical resurgence for several seasons, he had been sharing playmaking duties with guys like Wade and Bledsoe.
And as great as those players are, Dragic is best when he's the lead guard. Seems to be best paired with a shooter. A player's mentality can change when he is or isn't the primary ball handler, and that's been the case with Dragic.
Johnson with a screen on Curry. Waiters for 3, and that's good. And it's Dragic with the assist. Waiters got 5 points now in the quarter.
And look, the D has to be talking out there. They can't make threes that easy for them.
From deep 3-point range, Thompson from long range. The long distance 3 is buried.
And the textbook form from Thompson helps him big time, especially when he's gunning from way downtown.
Johnson against Green. Johnson dishes to Waiters. Kicks it to Dragic. They set the pick. Just 5 on the clock. A tad short, but it's good off the front iron. Winslow's got his second bucket tonight.
Absolute. Positively. No D there. If they're going to guard them like that, this is going to be a long game for them.
Yeah, and Steph Curry, you know, maybe not putting up the numbers he did from that impressive MVP campaign, but he is still one of the most feared players in the league on offense. And when he wants to, he can take over a game, and there's just nothing you can do about it.
Now, gentlemen, 2 shots. 2 shots.
And he makes the first. And with Curry and his ability to put a team away in 1 quarter, Greg, it's absolutely incredible.
I mean, Curry just has that ability to end a game's competitiveness in a short span. What is amazing is he does so much and will often sit out the 4th quarter because of the lead he's helped to build.
So he gets them both.
Well, you know what? It's so funny. It's a lot of discussion as to whether Steph is now the face of the league. You know, something Steph himself says he gets a little annoyed with at times.
Now here's Dragic. 9 points in the game so far. Kicks it out to Richardson. And again, Miami with the triple.
Not trying to force anything inside. Ball gets kicked out for an open look.
The Warriors shooting at ghastly 26% from the field. Their offensive game looking completely out of whack. Curry against Dragic. From deep, Green. Rebound by the Heat. Whiteside's got rebound number 10 tonight with that last one.
They have been board dominant in this game. That's definitely been a factor in crafting this huge lead.
Now here's Dragic. Out of bounds. Golden State takes possession.
That's a brutal giveaway. A pass to no man's land.
Now Curry. 10 points for him. From deep. That shot is off. And it's Miami the other way. Dragic the pass to Johnson. He kicks it to Winslow. And the dunk by Winslow.
Oh, he caught him in stride with the lead pass. Now that was timing.
Here's Golden State now. Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off.
The screen from Thompson. Curry kicks to Durant. Good, and Curry gets the assist. Curry's got his 4th assist in this one.
Sometimes you can do everything right as a defender, but it doesn't matter. Durant is just that good with the jump shot.
Johnson outside. Pass to Whiteside, and it's slammed in by Whiteside.
And did you see the screen that was set for him? I mean, that was how he got to the hoop.
It was the classic screenplay. It won't show up in the box score, but that screen deserves an assist.
Oh, yeah, incredible teamwork there. A play you perfect only by practicing it until you're blue in the face.
There's Winslow following the basket by Draymond Green. Dragic dishes to Whiteside. And that'll be Miami as it goes out of bounds. The Heat retain possession.
And defensively, great anticipation, making a play there on the ball.
And don't forget about the good hand-eye coordination. I mean, he almost corralled it in for the steal.
Here's what Miami's going with right now. Olynyk, he's checked in for Whiteside. And it's Okoro White in for Winslow. Now here's Johnson. Still getting warmed up offensively. No buckets yet in the game for him. Here's Durant. Second chance shot. Fouled in the act of shooting. A 3-point play chance coming up.
He's one of the guys having a solid game for them, but as a whole, they've been lacking.
And after Kevin Durant made his decision to leave the Oklahoma City Thunder, he instantly became one of the most polarizing players, it seemed, Greg, in the NBA.
Listen, Kevin Durant has always been a star in this league, but now he's become the story. It's something that he can handle, but doesn't try to seek out. Was able to prove all the naysayers wrong and just having another amazing season.
That's good from Durant.
And the former college player of the year. I mean, former MVP. I mean, Durant, the first freshman to ever earn that distinction, now at the line. Incredible.
Now, here's Richardson. Olynyk sets a screen for Richardson. And Durant sends it back. There's a 4-second difference from the shot clock to the game clock. Thompson misses.
And truth is, though he misses that one, it's a shot he normally makes.
Let's not lie. He has the skills to do it. We've seen that, but you still like to work for something closer.
White a screen. Now here's Johnson on the mark with the 15-footer. Johnson's got 11 points. And it's out of bounds. Last touch by Thompson.
No pressure being put on him, and he sails the pass right out of bounds.
He gets it up. An amazing shot, just barely beat the buzzer.
That is as big a shot as you are ever going to see.
Nice shot, incredible clutch performance, putting the team on his back and taking them right across the finish line.
And so it's Miami, holding a very comfortable 25-point lead as the quarter comes to a close. Their defense has been terrific in this game. And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. All right, Dave.
Thanks very much. Warren, it looks like you guys are giving them a lot of different looks offensively. Is that the key to the lead?
Yeah, you know, if every player on the court is dangerous for basket, then it's much easier for us, you know. And for defense, it's tough.
Thanks, Warren. We'll see you in the second half. Back to you, Kevin.
Thank you, David. We'll be back after halftime for the start of the second half momentarily.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello, folks. Welcome back. Ernie Johnson here with Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith. This is the halftime show on 2K Sports. A tremendous game we're seeing from Hassan Whiteside. He had 12 points, 2 assists, and 11 rebounds. Kenny, let's start with you. What'd you think about the Heat?
Well, we have to talk about the unbelievable job they've done rebounding the basketball. They've sent bodies flying to the boards on every possession. They've been a stronger, quicker, tougher team by a wide margin. And it's that dominance on the glass that's going to win them this game.
Shaq, what are your thoughts on Golden State?
Sloppy ball, way too many wasted possessions, chucking up threes, missing them. I could hit more threes than that, Ernie. I hope they're talking right now about getting the ball inside, because that's what it's going to take. If they were hitting more threes, it'd be a different story. But if was a fifth, Ernie, you know the rest.
And that's all we can do for now. As the second half begins, we get you back to Kevin Harlan.
A great look at American Airlines Arena right on the shores of Biscayne Bay as we welcome you back to Miami. Welcome back, everybody. Third quarter just about to get going here in what has been so far a runaway game. What a game we're seeing from Kevin Durant.
Yeah, so far they haven't found an answer for him. A scoring machine here in that first half.
Oh, well, he's a tricky cover. He does a good job of sensing the defense, making the right move at the right time.
Well, it's been a one-sided affair so far through the first 2 quarters, but there's plenty of time to mount a comeback. All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups courtesy of Gatorade for the second half of basketball. Setting the floor for the Warriors. The star tandem of Durant and Green are inside. McCaw is out there with Nick Young, and it's Iguodala in at the 3 slot. The Heat have shot 75% at the stripe, 6 of 8.
Two shots.
First one falls for him.
You know, the Warriors, this team has one of the most potent offenses ever. Now, a big part of why that is so is because of their passing, their ball movement, their cutting. Everyone on this team can set someone up for an easy finish.
David West, he's checked in for Green.
Oh, and with the fast eyes, Iguodala finding the open man.
And for the Heat, they're shooting pretty well at 46% from the floor. Deflects the pass, and that's out of bounds. Miami will retain possession. And with the Warriors, their ball movement, Chris, and cuts are the key to this offense, as you were talking about. You could see it the last few seasons with their astronomical assist numbers as a team.
Yeah, it seems like every basket they make, Kevin, come off an assist. I mean, every guy buys into looking for that extra pass. It's a very smart and flexible offense, and it results in some beautiful basketball.
Here's McCaw, and he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. Miami with the ball, snatched away. Here's Iguodala, and the slam dunk by Iguodala.
Tremendous end-to-end player. I mean, throughout his career, he's been that. I mean, just think about it. Iguodala with a nice finish in transition.
On offense, here are the Heat. Right side a screen, and Waiters kicks to Dragic. Back to Waiters, and that's good. And it's Dragic with the assist. Dragic has got 3 assists tonight.
Absolutely fearless. I mean, a nice subtle adjustment there going up against Wentz.
Well, this is just another case where being aggressive wins out.
Now here's Waiters. Defense right on him. He dishes it to Dragic. Whiteside, a screen on Young. Dragic, the pass to Whiteside. And the jam by Whiteside.
And you can see it. They're in a nice rhythm in terms of shooting. It's been that way the entire second half.
Yeah, they've come out of the break with an eye toward efficiency. One of the advantage they hold in this game.
Now here's Winslow after the miss from Andre Iguodala. Winslow dishes to Waiters. Right side a screen. Waiters no luck. Warriors have gone 2 of 5 shooting here in the third quarter. West kicks to McCaw. Picked by West. The pass to Young. Fires the 3. Miami grabs the miss.
Wow, he's really been dragging him down tonight.
And Waiters kicks to Winslow. Goes straight through the defender for the dunk. Draws the foul. He'll go to the line. They get Andre Iguodala.
Yeah, he earned that one. I mean, taking the hit and still able to get that one to go down.
The Heat have shot 8 of 10 from the line. That's an even 80% free throw shooting here.
Yeah, last season, around 71% of the free throws made. And you know what? That has to be a point of emphasis this year.
Well, Greg, Justice Winslow had a year that he'd like to forget. His second season in the NBA. Only played in the 18 games before sitting out the rest of the way after a torn labrum.
And we're just happy to see the young man back out on the floor so that he can continue to develop. Always a fantastic defender. And you forget, still a very young player who can round into a contributor, I believe, on offense. Well, they've been better than good on the glass today, and there is a glaring discrepancy between these two teams in that area.
To stop the run, and he sinks the layup. McCaw's got his first basket of the night.
Oh, that's the kind of basketball Durant wants to play. Moving the ball, finding the open man. I mean, it makes everything easier offensively.
Dragic, the pass to Winslow. He feeds it to Johnson. Here's Whiteside. That's good again. His 7th basket. 7 for 10 from the floor.
Well, it's nice to have an option like him every time down the court.
Pass to Young. The 3. And it's Durant, that time on the assist from Young. 16 points for Kevin Durant.
And Durant just makes the game look so simple when he's pulling up from behind the arc.
Dragic kicks to Winslow. Puts up a 3. And Goran Dragic hits from deep.
Another one. Man, he's just gotten into a great rhythm out there.
And part of this falls on the defense. I mean, you know he's hot. You'd like to force someone else to shoot the basketball.
Now, here is Young. Feeds it to West. In the corner, Iguodala with it. Shot clock at 5. It's Young on the wing. No good on the triple.
And even without that 3-ball dropping for him, the defense should have done more on that last play.
And now, running up the court, West pushing it up. And he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him. And Nick Young loves scoring and lightheartedly jokes about his defense.
Oh, yeah, we always want players to be so serious about the game. There's a flip side to that. A teammate like Young who comes in every day with a smile on his face, it can lighten the mood in the locker room.
And the first one drops. And one thing that Steve Kerr has done so well in his coaching tenure is his ability to handle multiple stars on the same team. You look back at the history of this league, and it isn't always smooth sailing.
Yeah, sometimes when you get this much talent on teams, you can get guys clashing. But Kerr has the team playing as a unit, and players are happy to sacrifice their own stats for playing better basketball. He has everyone buying into the culture they've created.
Ellington kicks to Waiters. Whiteside, a screen on Iguodala. Back to Ellington. Waiters for three. It's rebounded by West.
We see him make shots from the perimeter all the time. Unfortunately, he's just off with his rhythm in this one.
Waiters dishes to Dragic. Right side a screen. Dragic kicks to Waiters. West with the steal. Drops in the breakaway layup. And the replay is courtesy of Under Armour. Unleash chaos. It was a great sequence from the steal all the way to the finish at the other end. Here's Dragic. 15 points in the game. Right side a screen. Score that one for him. His 8th field goal. 8 for 11 on a very accurate night.
And some guys just have a nose for scoring. And this one couldn't have been any easier.
I mean, I don't know whether to say it's amazing or it's sad, but you're down double digits and you still allow an uncontested layup. Where is the pride? Where is your heart?
So it's Miami now. The Warriors making the shot. Winslow. It's rebounded by Durant. Durant's got his 5th rebound in this one. Down low. And it goes out of bounds. That went off Dragic. Some changes for Golden State. Pachulia, he's checked in for West. Klay Thompson comes in for Nick Young. And Curry subbed in for Patrick McCall. On defense, the Heat. Here's Curry. Misses off the right iron.
I guess even he has to miss one of those once in a while.
Waiters with the ball. Picked up by Thompson. Right side a screen. Ellington the pass to Whiteside. And it's slammed in by Whiteside.
And when he gets his points within the flow of the offense, that efficiency has helped them build this lead.
Durant against Winslow. There's the three. Waiters grabs the miss. Waiters got rebound number 7 for him tonight. In the corner, it's Ellington. And he dunks it down.
And he just punishes the D for falling asleep at the wheel.
Yeah, a little disorganized that time. And the result, 2 points in the loudest way possible.
Oh, you love it. He's just playing with the greater energy and effort. He recognizes the opening and pounces on it. He isn't getting it to fall from outside during this half after recording a 3 during the first.
On its way from Curry for 2. Good as the jump shot falls. Curry's got 12 points in the game.
I like what the defense did there. I mean, I did. But I love what Curry did more.
And there's the call on Durant. That is his first foul of the game. And the Heat going with the whole new group on the floor. Then for the Warriors, Draymond Green comes in for Kevin Durant. And it's Livingston in for Andre Iguodala. Magruder kicks to Johnson. Dishes to White. 6 on the shot clock. Olynyk, a screen on Thompson. White. Not really his range, and it's off target. The Warriors have gone 7 for 16 in the second half from the field, shooting a bit under 50%. Thompson somehow ignores the tight D and gets the layup. 7 points in the game.
I mean, the ball just seems to find you when you have a wetter like Klay Thompson. I mean, even on the offensive glass.
Johnson kicks to Olynyk. Screen by Olynyk. Here's Magruder, and the layup's good off the glass. Magruder's got his 2nd bucket of the game to go.
Oh, tough play. Boy, did he have to fight to get that one to the ring.
Here's Livingston. Can't cash in from close range.
That's what we're talking about in terms of the activity level defensively. You got to protect the rim.
Well, that takes physical ability, good timing, those 2 things that he possesses.
And when you watch the Warriors, one thing that just jumps out is their passing. Everyone on this team, they allow the ball to dictate where it goes. Just unselfish to a fault.
And that lead pass allowed him to get straight to the rim, unabated in stride.
Curry outside, drills it from outside. Curry's got 5 points now in the quarter.
He is a dangerous outside shooter, and if you leave him open, he can bury them consistently.
And the Warriors last year averaging right around 30 assists a game as a team. Greg, just a huge number, and they led the league in that regard by a wide margin.
Yeah, the passing they do is what they purpose as well. And I really feel like they have the highest collective basketball IQ in the game. I mean, they get a lot of free points off backdoor cuts or leak outs, and that's all because of their ball movement and awareness as a group.
Now, here's Olynyk. He hasn't yet put up any points in this one. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
That is really good work there on the offensive glass.
Livingston. Here's Pachulia. Foul call that time on the way up. That'll give him 2 chances at the free throw line here. This is his first free throw of the game. He's off on the first. And the Warriors moved Bogut to clear space last season. Many thought they would have trouble filling that center role. But you know what? Pachulia was signed and was the perfect fit for that team.
Kevin, my man's Zaza. I mean, he's a vet. He knew exactly what his role would be coming into the team. Still has a great skill set. Fantastic passer for a center. And he can keep possessions alive with his offensive rebound.
Now, here's Livingston. And Green with the basket on the assist by Livingston. And 11 points for Draymond Green. The Heat shooting well. 50% from the floor. Johnson kicks to White. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here. That one on Thompson. For Miami, they have shot 9 of 11 at the free throw line. And that one falls for White.
And if they continue, Kevin, their outstanding free throw shooting, that'll help them seal the deal.
And both free throws good for White. The Warriors shooting right around 42% from the field since the start of the second half. Green, the screen. On its way from Curry for 2. And the shot falls short this time.
And low percentage look on that one. Not sure what he was thinking.
Well, sometimes you get a little outside of yourself. You have to be a little more disciplined.
All going up court. Here's Pachulia. Offensive rebound. Oh, and there's the one-handed jam.
Still with enough explosiveness and with great length to finish Sean Livingston.
Outside, White. They set the pick. And it's Magruder in the corner. Pass to Olynyk. Johnson sends the screen for Olynyk, but they'll get another chance.
And they get it back again. I mean, how many rebounds offensively have they had? Everything's going right for them today.
Now, here's Livingston. There's the dish to Pachulia. The feed to Curry. No good on the triple.
And close to making the defense pay for the lax coverage that time.
Here's Johnson. Good D by Thompson. The Warriors shooting at a 32% clip from the field. They're just not executing. Second chance shot. They get the rebound. Oh, that's blocked. White against Thompson. And that one falls for White. And both free throws good for White. 17 seconds left in the third. Curry is inside. Good D by Johnson.
Aggressive move to the bucket, and the D is ready for it.
Here's White. The top of the key jumper is on the mark. White's got 11. It's been all about Hassan Whiteside for the Miami Heat. His performance that quarter has earned him a double-double. Seems like he's been everywhere in this game. We'll get right back to the action when we return. And a moment ago, inside the huddle with head coach Steve Kerr.
Move it to the next guy, drive and kick, let it come out in the wash, all right?
And Steve Kerr asking his guys to simply run their offense, share the basketball.
Yeah, and don't just settle for tossing it around the horn. Attack the defense. Play inside out when you can.
And we welcome you back as we get going here in the fourth quarter. The final quarter of play can change everything. We've got Johnson. Tyler Johnson is out there with Richardson. Then it's Olynyk, and it's Magruder in at the 3 spot. That's the group on the floor for Miami. Here's Magruder. He tries for 3, and the rebound goes to the Warriors. Pachulia's got his 8th rebound here tonight. Livingston dishes to Caspi. For 3. Livingston, no luck.
Oh, man, you can't get much better look from 3-point range than that one. That just wasn't in rhythm.
Out of bounds, Golden State takes possession. Young's checked in for Pachulia. Golden State's gotten off to an 0 for 2 start from downtown here in the fourth quarter. Here's McCall. Richardson covering. Jones, no luck. The Heat shooting 49% on the game. They'll take that. Johnson outside. And the call will be against Sean Livingston. That is his first foul of the game.
Fouling like that isn't how you get back in the game.
We've played just over 1 minute here in the fourth quarter. Screen by Olynyk. 6 to shoot. Fires the 3. The Warriors pull it in. Young, right side. Out left to the wing. Here's McCaw. And the Warriors miss again. McCaw has gotten just 1 of 6 shots to fall here. Johnson kicks to Richardson. And now it's Livingston running. He can go all the way. Rips down the breakaway slam.
And finally, someone scores.
Yeah, this is low output for both teams. This is ugly. The defense is having their way so far.
Johnson outside. Another steal. Livingston with it. Johnson on him. And he banks in the layup. Livingston's got 4 points in the quarter. Johnson with it. Kicks it to Johnson. Passes it to Richardson. Jones against Olynyk. Shot clock at 5. He muscles it in through the contact, and they call the foul. He's on his way to the free throw line.
You can count on Olynyk to move the ball quickly when he spots an open teammate, and that feed was phenomenal.
Hammonds, he's checked in for Miami. Ellington comes in for Rodney Magruder. That one misses for Johnson.
Well, how about Kelly Olynyk? I mean, a 7-footer, more of a power forward than a center, but he can step out and shoot pretty light on his feet and can finish strong inside.
Now, here is Young. He kicks it to Jones. Stolen. And here's the fast break. Richardson leading the way.
Not his best game, but they're still getting it done collectively.
9 feet out. Jones, no luck.
Nice work to get good position inside. You just can't quite get as good a look as he wants.
And Chris, an interesting note about Olynyk. He's the rare player whose arm span is less than his height.
Yeah, that is rather weird, and I'm sure that impacts him as a shot blocker, but it doesn't affect his jump shot because he has a wet one and he can get to the cup whenever he needs to.
Wasted no time on that one. 16 points for Johnson.
And when you're down this many points, hard to justify leaving a good shooter that wide open.
Well, the game looks like it's starting to wear on them. Unable to get out, defend the perimeter, unfocused. This is a bad sign.
And that one falls for Jones. And the Warriors making a change here. West is checked in, and so Jones nails both of them. For Miami, they've gone just 33% from the field in the fourth quarter so far. They are 2 of 6. Ellington kicks to Johnson. With the floater, and he's fouled on the shot. 1 free throw coming up.
Ooh, look at the soft touch on the teardrop.
On the free throw, no good. Golden State's gone ice cold from three-point land, 0 of 4 since the start of the final quarter. Livingston. Johnson with the block. Young against Richardson. He dishes it to Johnson. From downtown, and there's Johnson. That's good on the assist by Johnson. Johnson's got a pair of threes here in the fourth quarter for Miami. Okay, time now for an injury report.
Guys, I was able to speak with the head athletic trainer for the Heat about his status. He told me that in his opinion, the injury does not appear to be too serious.
All right, David, thanks for checking in and letting us know how he's doing.
And let's just hope that he doesn't have any setbacks during his recovery.
Fingers crossed, and hopefully it's nothing but good news from now on when David gives us updates on him.
Now here's Johnson. Johnson, wide open, he fires. And the wing jumper offline. Some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, right now you just need a bucket to get some momentum.
McCaw kicks to Jones. Some nice passing by Golden State here. Livingston, no luck.
Well, Kev, I'm not sure if it's because he's shooting on the opposite side of the floor this half, but he just can't buy a bucket.
Johnson, the pass to Hammonds. Over Jones, and another basket for Miami. And here's Livingston. The pass to Jones. He feeds it to West. Young left side. Here's McCaw. And again, it's the Warriors missing. Here's Miami now. It's a 12-2 run here. Good pace. Here's Johnson, and it's Johnson with the jam.
And a hard finish there, guys.
Yeah, and only one hand needed for that one. Livingston kicks it to West. Here's McCaw. He's guarded by Johnson. And it's West in the corner. Back to Jones. Just 5 to shoot. And stolen by Richardson.
That's his 5th foul, and he is just 1 foul away from see you later disqualification.
First one falls for. Adebayo is checked in for the Heat. And then for Golden State, JaVale McGee's checked in for Jones. And it's Stephen Curry in for Sean Livingston. Ellington hits them both. They've been looking out of sorts in the last few possessions.
And this is when you need to be patient. Find a high percentage shot and have some floor balance.
Curry dishes to McGee. Here's McCaw. It's good from long range.
I don't think they were expecting that shot. They didn't really make an effort to get out on him.
Heat have gone 6 of 11 since the start of the fourth quarter. Here's Hammonds. That shot misses. So Golden State will take it the other way. McCaw, the pass to McGee. Feeds to West. And McGee kicks to McCaw. Offline with his 3.
And the stroke definitely lacking confidence this quarter. Nothing on target.
And it's JaVale McGee with the foul. That's his first foul of the game, and the bonus will go to the free throw line. Klay Thompson, he's checked in for the Warriors. And that one falls for Ellington. The Heat making a switch here. McGruder's checked in. Kevin Durant, he's checked in for the Warriors. Warriors shooting just 29% in this game. They are not a pretty sight out there offensively. There's the pick. Here's Curry. Great D that time from Johnson. Miami's gotten off 4 3-pointers in the final quarter, and 2 of them have fallen. And there's the call on Klay Thompson. That's his 3rd foul so far. Bonus situation in effect, so we'll head to the free throw line for 2.
And not the guy you want to send to the line. He has been automatic.
The first one falls.
And one difference this half is that when they get to the line, they're converting.
So he picks up just 1 from the line that time. Curry kicks to Thompson. Launches it. Miami grabs the miss. Hammonds got his 3rd rebound on the night. And that's out of bounds. Miami will retain possession. Now here's Ellington, defended by Durant, and David West gets the whistle that time. So that will be his 2nd foul of the game. We're in the bonus, and we'll go to the line to shoot 2. And he knocks down the first one. That one is no good. And so it's Golden State with it. Durant dishes to Curry. Second chance shot, and it's Durant laying it in.
Well, Durant is a hustler, someone who stays active on the glass for a second chance opportunity.
Pass to Adebayo. It's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot. And he makes the first. Good on both. And so it's Golden State with it. Curry kicks to Thompson. Left side, West. That's in, coming off the assist from Thompson.
And that's what you give up when you don't fight over the screen.
A lot of times your defense is your offense is your defense. This is poor decision making right here. You can't let him have that shot. Also might have been a lack of effort.
Well, this is what he likes to do. Try to break your spirit.
But yeah, I mean, you're already getting dogged out there. I mean, now he's landing body blows. And last season, a big one for Curry in the record book department. I mean, continued his march up the all-time three-mays list. I mean, this is just incredible. When you also set the record for most threes in a game with 13, it was 12. A record he shared with Kobe and Donyell Marshall.
He'd have gone 7 of 13 from the field here in the 4th. Pass to Adebayo, and David West gets the whistle that time. That's his 3rd foul so far. Bonus situation in effect, so we'll head to the free throw line for 2. That free throw missing. So he comes up empty at the line. And for the Warriors, they're shooting around 29% from the floor. Tough night for them all around on the offensive end. And again, no good by Golden State.
Not a whole lot going down for him at this point. He just can't buy a break.
Johnson's shot is off.
Had a wide open look at the bucket and decided to get too fancy. Just not a good decision. Well, it's been a steady game for him, but he hasn't done enough to keep them from falling behind.
Passes to Hammonds. Dishes it to Johnson. And Durant sends it back.
But Durant covers a ton of ground with his limp, using his wingspan to wipe away shots.
Over Ellington. And a big bounce off the rim, but it sinks right in. And that's now 22 points for Kevin Durant. Here's Magruder. He's covered by Thompson. Magruder passes to Adebayo. And there's the call on Durant. That's his 3rd foul so far. Bonus situation in effect, so we'll head to the free throw line for 2. The first free throw is good. Olynyk, he's checked in for Hammonds. And then for Golden State, Pachulia, he's checked in for JaVale McGee. Young comes in for Klay Thompson. And it's Livingston in for Curry. Now, here is Young. It's hauled in by the Heat. Ellington's got 3 rebounds so far in the game. Johnson outside. David West grabs the miss.
Does well to burrow his way into the post, but loses his touch on the finish.
Well, the grimace of pain tells it all. He's hurt, and let's hope he's okay.
And boy, this really doesn't look good. Just the way it happened.
I'm not a doctor, but nothing about that play screams minor injury. Obviously, this could be a real concern.
Thompson, he's checked in for Nick Young. Johnson, he's checked in for the Heat. And then for Golden State, JaVale McGee's checked in for Pachulia. Iguodala comes in for Kevin Durant. And it's Caspian for Klay Thompson. Now here's Iguodala. West dishes to Iguodala. West a screen on Johnson. Here's Iguodala. They get it back. West, that's good.
I'm sure he loves that matchup. He gives him a big size advantage down low.
Miami's gotten off 4 3-pointers in the final quarter, and 2 of them have fallen. Livingston kicks to Iguodala, and it's Iguodala with the jam.
Oh, and a nice look by Livingston, keeping his eyes up, locates the man.
The Heat have gone 7 of 16 from the field here in the fourth. That's about 43%. And the call will be against Sean Livingston. And that's it for him. He's fouled out. Not only that, we're in the bonus. He'll have to go to the line for 2. And the Warriors making a change here. Curry's checked in.
Look, if you let Sean Livingston get to the free throw line and in, I mean, you might as well just be a layup. He has become lights out with that nice turnaround jumper from that range. Hand in his face, doesn't matter.
And Livingston is incredibly lethal from that mid-range spot. He's perfected it, especially, Chris, since he likes to drag the smaller guards down to that range.
Oh, yeah. Livingston knows where his spots are on the floor, and he goes right to them. It's a big reason why his shooting percentage is high for a point guard. He's just a very smart player who knows how to make the most of his game. Well, you know, some people say Andre Iguodala is on the decline as an offensive option, but his impact on the floor is still clear as day. He keeps the ball moving with his great spacing. He keeps that tempo and that pace, and he's still a strong finisher because he only takes high percentage shots that he's comfortable with.
Now here's Johnson. Curry with the steal.
And as we head to the final buzzer here, a crushing blowout, big-time dominance, and this will go in the record books as a gaudy win for the Heat.
As one-sided as it gets today, you know, there were some dominant moments in about every facet of this game for that team.
Yeah, I mean, Kevin, it's hard to think of what didn't go right for them. Game planning by the coaches, execution by the players, everything was just on target.
And one of the key components to this victory, if not the biggest, was the incredible performance for Hassan Whiteside.
He was really important under the basket, making the plays down low and getting position to pull in rebounds.
Here's Magruder. There's the screen. Miami no good on that time either. Iguodala, the pass to Curry. McGee is screen on Johnson. Curry is inside. Johnson's there. Second shot opportunity. Kicks it out to Iguodala. So it's Miami now. And so Miami takes this one by a big margin. This game may not have been the most exciting we've ever seen, but you have to appreciate just what a clinical performance they put on.
I know their fans appreciated it, and we saw at times just stretches of excellent defense. Potency from an offensive standpoint as well. They were pretty much dominant.
And a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge, standing by courtside. David.
Thanks very much. Goran, was defense the key to getting this victory tonight?
Yeah, we know if we want to win that game, we have to be solid in defense. You know, they're a fast running team. They're gonna shoot three-point line, and we just have to be solid in defense. And we did that. Then in the end, we won that game. So.
Yeah, you guys worked outside in, and you were able to get stops and get the win. Congrats, Goran. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, David, great job. Thanks so much. And that'll wrap it up, folks. For Greg Anthony, Chris Webber, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan. Thanks for watching the NBA, presented by 2K Sports. See you next time.